If I had to do like the tiers of them, I definitely think The Lighthouse is my number one. Because I just fucking love that movie. It's just so good. There's little meanings within meanings. If you guys don't know about that movie, go check the podcast episode out. Um, Second, man, oof. I want to say Nosferatu, but I need to see it in like legal quality. So it's just like so bad that it kind of creeped me out even more a little bit because how like bad it looked. So some shots it looked like a very old film, and I was like, oh, I kind of fuck with that, but I want to see it clearly. But yeah, and
You didn't get a good view of his dick.
oh, I got I got a view of that dick. I was hoping there was more of it, to be honest with you.
He's uncircumcised. Honestly, it's weird enough. Like the person that I saw it with, like they didn't even notice that his cock was out. But like for whatever reason, when he like arose from the sarcophagus, the first thing that my eyes went to was his cock, and
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know what that says about me, but
yeah.
it was there,
My
and
eyes
it was
immediately went to it.
uncircumcised.
I didn't notice that, so maybe that says a little bit more about you than me. But I just,
Yeah.
just
So you say maybe Nosferatu, maybe number two, but I mean, would you
maybe.
say? Well, you would say The Witch, obviously, since you haven't seen
I really
anything.
like The Witch, but Nosferatu I kind of like vibe with more. I know more about that character. I mean, I guess you don't really, not many people know about that particular character in The Witch because you kind of like follow her journey. But Nosferatu's been just around forever. I mean, you've seen him probably throughout growing up, just as a picture or like the what was it like the SpongeBob thing. So it definitely felt like it was a good movie. You know, it wasn't in the best quality for me because I'm dumb for not going to theaters. But it's pretty good. I don't know how I feel about the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything because Tyler and Jed haven't seen it. But I mean, it to me kind of felt lackluster in a way. I was because when it ended, I was like, "Is that really is that it?" Like that was the impression that kind of I got left with. And still trying to wrap it around my head, like what the fuck was going on the whole time.
Yeah. I feel like it visually was like probably his best looking film, you know,
Hmm.
counting the two other ones that I'd seen. Like that one part, not getting into too much details, but like whenever Nicholas Holt's character was like walking through that like big shrouded like forest area and like that shit is crazy. Like that was all practical and stuff, which
Yeah.
is like insane. It looks like they could have done that on like a soundstage or something like that. And uh, like you said, I'm kind of like I think the ending was okay, but like the final shot that they had
Yeah. Up top.
kind of from above, I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Like it's definitely one of those ones where like some normies would go see it and they would, be left off on that and they'd be like,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah. What the
Like,
fuck? Yeah.
yeah, but like it's good in a way of like kind of, feeling out, kind of like the vibe of it. What I would recommend, I don't know if any of you all have Peacock, but I watched the 1979 Nosferatu, and I think that guy that played Nosferatu in that was just as good, if not in some ways better than Bill Skarsgård, because he was like practical and like creepy as fuck. And it's like pretty wild seeing like all the similarities that they had. I mean, it is pretty like beat for beat. And I guess, just it's kind of interesting because the ending has just always been that way, I guess. But like I didn't know that. And I don't know. Oh, and in that movie, in the 1979 movie, they call him Count Dracula, which
Oh.
is the weird thing.
Hmm.
But they still reference Nosferatu as like, the spreading of like the plague and shit, kind of like they did in this modern iteration. So if you all haven't seen that, the 1979 Nosferatu, I would definitely recommend it. It's
Ooh.
on Peacock and it's pretty eerie.
I didn't think about that until now. I'm so dumb. This is not a spoiler, like the way he looks, because I'm pretty sure Tyler, you've gotten spoiled of like his look, kind of like.
Mhm.
But like, it's not a spoiler. But when you said plague, plague fucks up your skin. So no wonder he fucking looks like that. My God, I didn't think about that. He's basically like a walking fucking plague.
Well, that makes sense too. I didn't even think about it like that either. But I mean, bro's primarily chilling with rats in his castle, so I guess
Yeah,
it does make sense.
I didn't think about that. I didn't know if it would have like. I didn't think it would have an effect on him since he's dead. But damn it, see, this is another reason why I love his movies because I just like think of the small shit when somebody else says something. And I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't fucking think of that, so now I'm gonna have to rewatch it when it comes to digital. Fuck.
That's what Chad needs to do so he can just like build his fucking magnum opus on
Once I see it on digital,
DVD.
it'll probably be like the first thing I watch. So
Should be
It'll be
soon.
game over. Um, but no, the 1979 one, it's kind of fucking slow, I won't lie, but just the dude that plays Nosferatu is just fucking eerie as shit. It's really cool. And like the way they like light him in that movie, he is just like stark white and he does like his little freak like movements and shit. And he looks, I mean, he's just really cool. And he doesn't have a mustache, so like W's.
I'm so like opposite of everybody else. I don't know why. Like I like the mustache for some reason. I don't know why. It's just kind of like it kind of got like a nobleman vibe. I don't know. It's just like I don't. The other Nosferatu is just like a bald rat. That's what they kind of like remind me of. But it's not a bad look. It's just like the mustache kind of adds something for me at least. I don't know what, but
Well, it's kind of like I think Robert Eggers was kind of taking inspiration from like Russians and like of course like Dracula is like based off of like Vlad the Impaler and
mm,
stuff, and he kind of looks similar with like a mustache and like the hair and shit. So
I'm really interested on like the extended cut that they confirmed that's coming. So I wonder what like content's gonna be in that.
yeah, that was like what, like 3 hours long or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, it's gonna be a long one. So I'm
Mhm.
pretty excited for that just to see maybe more context.
I seen where people said like some of the performances, like Lily Rose Depp and I think like Aaron Taylor Johnson wasn't that good, but I thought everybody done good in it. And people said Willem Dafoe was bad, bro. I thought Willem Dafoe
Crazy.
fucking just like, bro, I thought he was so good.
It's not like
As
The
per usual.
Lighthouse, but it's like it's still up there, man. Fucking,
Definitely.
I didn't
A lot
have
of
any
good parts
problem.
in that.
Like
Mm,
Johnny Depp's daughter, like she did pretty good. She
hmm
kind of made me feel, creeped out at times.
Yeah.
I
Kind of
don't know.
creeped out, kind of turned on.
Yep, yep, yep.